Hello everyone. In this video we will see how we can use records in Java. Records, as you know, is a Java 14 feature. In this video we'll talk about immutability with records, with the methods, and we'll see how we can use constructors with records. So the first thing is I'm gonna do create a person record. Each person will have a name and an age. So here is the record. If I go back to our main method, I'm gonna console log the person name and its age. Here we can see two things. The first is that when we use the record, we directly access the name without any getters. Here in the age also we see that, and when we run this we'll see also that there is a record person created by the compiler. This record has a canonical constructor. This is called canonical constructor in records, and has the method for the getters. This is automatically the compiler did that, generates all this for us in the background. So when we access this, we see that you got the name and the age. Now one thing you should know about records: they are immutable, so they are final, and each field is private final. So the name and the age are here private final, and the record is also final. So we can do this. For example, we can do this, or age. So that's one thing you should know about the immutability in records. The benefits of immutabilities, as we go back here, immutabilities give us a thread for thread safety environment. It is very critical because you don't worry about the synchronization between threads when the objects are immutable. The predictability also, because when the state is unaltered, the code is easier to reason about, and for the hash code and the equals, they are well behaved with immutable objects. So that's for immutability. For constructors, or let's talk about with the methods. So for example, if you want to modify the name of the age, we can go to our record and we can add methods. A thing you should know about records is that you can add fields here. You can add, for example, street. You can add fields inside a record, but we can add static fields. That's something you should know. Also, for methods, we can add method. For example, we can add method called with name, which will take a name and will return us a person and new person, and will give us a new person with that age. So if we go back to our main class, we can create a new person. So I'm gonna copy paste this. I'm gonna create person 2, which will be equal to person but with different name. So I'm gonna say Jean 2, and here I'm gonna console log the second person. So here we can see that the name is changed but the age still is the same. So that's how we can change another objects or create new record by using other arguments from other records. So let's talk about constructors now. So as we saw before, the compiler creates automatically this record, this constructor. This constructor called canonical constructor. But there is another constructor called compact constructor. Let's see the difference between them. So let's go back to our record. I'm gonna create new constructor. So I'm gonna create person. So and let's change this to int. So this constructor is similar to the one created by the compiler called canonical constructor. The second one is called, let's comment this. The second constructor is called compact constructor, which is like this. It's more elegant actually. We only need to add this code, and this is the compact constructor. Now, why would you override the default behavior of the constructor of the of the record? There is two major reasons. First is validation. What is validation? So for example, if we want the age of the person to be 20 or bigger than 20, so we should prevent any person with the age smaller than 20. We can do this. We can check if age is smaller than 20, and we'll throw an illegal exception. So now if I try to run this code again, we'll see the exception thrown because our age is smaller than 20. That's one thing you should know about records. The second thing why you would override a constructor is overriding the default behavior. What does that mean? Okay, now let's say we will add a list of a favorite number of each person. Let's say the person has some favorite numbers, so we can modify it now, and add a list of integer, call it favorite numbers. Let's see, there is a problem here. I don't know. Oh, okay. We got the wrong list here, so we should import it from JavaUtil class package, JavaUtil package. So here we go. So let's say that every person has a list of favorite numbers, and I'm gonna take this favorite numbers to separate object. So we have the favorite numbers. So now if I try to console log our person object, we should see that the favorite numbers has 1, 2, 3 as we expect. So should change this also to now we are good to go. And okay, you still have this validation logic here. Okay, now we see that the person has its favorite numbers 1, 2, 3, but let's say that we change it to and added another number to the list. Let's say that we are adding 4 to the favorite list, and we run the code again. You may be thinking that the favorite numbers will stay the same. Okay, now we have a problem because the list here is immutable. So that's one thing that's fortunately we use that. So let's say, for example, we didn't use that. We use the constructor of the array list here. And let's remove this. Run code again. You may be thinking that the favorite numbers will stay 1, 2, 3. But here we go. The person now favorite numbers are changed because this list now, favorite numbers list, is immutable. And we want it to be immutable. So what we can do? We should go back to our person and override the constructor. And this time we won't use validation. This is validation. We will check for change the behavior. So what I mean by that is I should make the list mutable. So to do that, we should take the favorite numbers and say list copy of favorite numbers. So this code will prevent any new instance to change, or any change of the list to be changing the list that created by the record. So now if I change this and console log the person and console log the favorite numbers, we should see that the favorite numbers of the person didn't change, but the favorite numbers as an object changed. So here it is. The person favorite numbers stays the same, but the favorite numbers in itself changed. That's it. That's what I mean by mutability. Okay, that's for this video. I will attach the file in the description about the records and every rule you should take care of when you use records. So bye bye.